Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. Of course, we got Jarryd. Jarryd, how in the hell are you?
Doing all right. Game day.
Game day. It is game day for us. It is game day for you because we're getting this out tonight. We're getting this out as soon as we get done recording this. We're getting this bad boy uploaded. Hope that you guys, if you guys are watching this after the game, drop your comments. Let us know what you thought of the game overall. And if you somehow make it here, if this gets uploaded before the game, well, then you guys can join in on the conversation as well. Let's talk about tonight. And also tonight, we're going to also, I don't know when the exact day is that the 53-man roster has to be put.
I think it's the 29th of August.
Okay, so good thing is this will be done before next episode. I also have my projected 53-man roster that I'm going to release to you guys, and we're going to discuss that and see if we agree, disagree, and see how well I do. It's my first time doing this, so we'll see how we go. Let's start off with tonight. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
A series or two with the starters, personally, just more progress.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about the starters playing tonight? Do you want to see them play? Because we all know we have that PTSD of last year's Week 3 preseason game.
Geez.
Do you want to see them play in this game, or are you more of, nah, let's hold them out?
I'm kind of like, I'm a go with the flow type of person. So, you can't be afraid.
Make for good podcasting there, damn it.
Well, I want them to play because I want to see more of this offense. You want my answer? There's my answer.
That's the answer I wanted. I want
more. I want more.
Pause.
Give me more.
Pause.
Here's something else.
So here's how I'm feeling about this. It's like, okay, I'm about to be hypocritical for a second, but I'll give you guys an answer. I'll give you guys an actual answer. On one hand, it's like, yes, I want to see them play a little bit more. I want to see more of the offense. I want to see more of the defense. I just want to see another couple drives, one drive, however many it's going to be. I want to see more of that and see more of what are we looking forward to in 2 weeks when we play against the 49ers. But on the other hand, of course, it's the injuries. We don't want to have another injury where you had TJ Watt go down with the knee, which ended up, we all know that whole situation. Yeah. Najee, he was already hurt and then kind of re-injured that a little bit more. Seems like right now, health-wise, knock on wood, seems like we're pretty damn healthy going into this season.
I'm fine with so if you're saying starters for both sides, do you think everyone's going to play?
Here's my thing. I personally, I don't want to see TJ out there. I don't want to see Cam out there.
Agreed.
I'm still okay with Minka being out there.
That's fine.
I will say this, because as we iterated last week, I want to see more chemistry going within that secondary. So I want to see more of that. I'm okay with Minka playing. Don't got to play him out there too long, but I'm okay with seeing him out there. Offensively, I'm not really there. Maybe outside of Najee, I'd be okay with not seeing him, but we know we will. Outside of that, offensively, I'm okay with seeing everyone. Because here's the thing. You're in a year or two with this, Kenny Pickett and that going into this and all that, blah, blah, blah. We still want to see more. We're itching for more. We're fiending for more. We want to see more possible success within the offense. Now, are we going to here's my thing, and I got this asked earlier today by a Browns fan of my friend of mine, and he was legitimately, we're having a serious conversation about this, and he said, do you really think Kenny Pickett is that good based on what we've seen and all the hype? And I actually have something, speaking of Cleveland, I was listening to a Cleveland radio host this week, and he has been worked into a shoot about Kenny Pickett. He is worked into a shoot. We'll get into that here in a minute. But what I told him straight up was like, listen, as much as I want, the fan of me is like, oh yeah, he's great, next great QB, Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But the media hat on It's like, listen, we can't fully judge off of the preseason. What we saw against Buffalo, that was nice to see, because they had all their starters, or most of their starters, out there defensively.
Yep.
So to see them go up against a true first team defense and do that gives me hope.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to still hold back.
Agreed.
I still want to hold back. Ask me at the bye. And then we can reiterate the conversation of how are we feeling about Kenny, where we have more tape on him, but more regular season tape.
Yeah, that's what we need to see.
That'll be a conversation that we get into at the bye. But overall, I'm excited to see what this looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I know Desmond Ridder is not playing for Atlanta. So, and Broderick Jones coming home for the first time, going back to Georgia. Obviously, George Pickens, he's going back. So that's always, pretty cool. I'm going to be excited. I'm excited to watch this game. This is going to be the first chance in the preseason I will be able to sit down and watch the full game. I'll be able to sit down, and because we all know week 1, I was at another game. Last week, I was at one of my close friends is pretty much another family of mine. I was at a birthday party over there. So I watched most of the first drop. I watched most of the first team guys. So I did get to see that. And that was very nice to see. On both ends. We'll get into the defense here, a little bit more. But offensively, I was very happy to see what we saw. But we want more.
Agreed. I just want more. Give me more.
Like
I need me more.
We pause again. We want. I need. You know what? I'm gonna do it myself. I need it. We need more. We're feeding. Put it in our veins. We want more of it. Mm-hmm. But we also got to temper our expectations.
Oh, yep.
I'm just praying to the God above. And listen, by the way, I don't know what the hell is going on in Mother Nature. I don't know if she got cheated on by someone in Northeast Ohio, but the shit that she has put on us in the last 24 hours, we have gotten some serious ass rain. We got fucked last night with rain. It was, I think, here, put it this way, one of our main highways was under like 4 feet of water.
Oh, wow.
They had people in canoes and paddle boats on a major highway. Shit was fucking nuts. And we got more coming tonight, so she gave us a little bit of a break and then just slap her dick right on our fucking forehead once again. Jesus Lord. But yeah, I just hope, praying to the Lord above, we come out of this healthy. Get out of this game healthy, and we're going to be feeling real good about week 1.
Oh, man. 2 weeks. 3 weeks almost. Well, 2.5.
No, I'll say I'm personally, from the game, it's like, I don't know how many days. All I know is 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Oh, I get fly out 2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow, we'll be together. We're going to be doing so talk about that as well. And I'm going to break a little bit of news as well, for personal self.
Okay.
So September 7th, Thursday, we usually record that, we record on Thursdays. September 7th, we are not going to record a podcast that day because we're going to do a live stream. We'll do a more chilled back, laid back, have fun, talk Steelers podcast live on the channel. Think that'll be fun, where me and Jarryd will be together, and it's going to be an absolute blast. But the reason why I say I'm also breaking some news is because September 7th, it worked out perfect. I am going to be a guest on the Draft 412 podcast, so that's going to be fun. We're going to talk a whole lot of Steelers. It's going to be a blast. So make sure to go and check them out. And I will be on here in a couple weeks on that podcast. So like I said, that's going to be an absolute blast. So it kind of worked out all perfect. So yeah, we're going to be feeling real good. I mean, we're going to naturally feel good because it's week 1. That's always how we are.
Yep.
But I mean, if we come out of this healthy, we come out of this, ready to go. Kenny Pickett, if he goes out there and scores another touchdown and just dominates another drive, oh man.
The media starting to see.
And how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about the media? And this is going to lead perfectly into another conversation I wanted to have.
I don't like all of a sudden the media wants to talk about us because Kenny Pickett's doing well. Isn't that interesting, huh? It's only the preseason.
But what have I been saying for a while now? I've been on this train for a while saying the treatment that the national media is giving the Pittsburgh Steelers is the treatment they gave the Philadelphia Eagles last year.
Yep, I see.
And what the hell happened last year to the Philadelphia Eagles?
Man, only we hope.
I'm not saying. Listen, usually it's like I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that means we're going to Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But it's just ironic that the same exact way that the national media treated the other team on the other side of the state is the way they're treating us right now.
2 more weeks.
and here's where I'm getting into. This is where I wanted to get into. So what we would like to call fat and thin on the morning of 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland, aka Ken Carman and Anthony Lima, which by the way, I like their show a lot. I know it's a Cleveland show, whatever. I love listening to them. They're fucking hilarious. I will say that. And I'm saying this in no disrespect because, like I said, I love Ken. I've actually had conversations with Ken Carman. So, and me and him he's practically my twin. He's taller, but we're both white, tall, and fat. He got worked into an absolute shoot earlier this week. I swear, every day. I don't think today, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, he has mentioned the Steelers.
Oh wow!
And yesterday, he got worked into a real shoot talking about Kenny Pickett and Deshaun Watson. How did that start? Because Doran Dickerson of 93.7 had joined the afternoon show of 92.3, and they had asked about the Kenny Pickett versus Deshaun Watson thing, and Doran had said that he feels that it's going to be an even matchup going into week 2. And oh boy, did that work Carman into a shoot. Because he's going on this tangent of there is not a chance in hell that we can allow Kenny Pickett to go in and be on the same level or be close to Deshaun Watson. And here's what's funny to that. Now, what I will give him credit for, is he's been saying that, listen, I understand that the uniform that Kenny Pickett wears, he's giving him the respect based on the fact that he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. So he's giving him that. But other than that, he is saying, listen, if Kenny Pickett is on the same level or even close to the same level as Deshaun Watson, he's looking at it as that means Deshaun Watson has just been god-awful. He's looking at this as Deshaun Watson has stooped to Kenny's Pickett level, which is down here. What it could be is if Deshaun Watson comes back to being the quarterback that he was, that we know in 2020 before all the bullshit. But what if Kenny Pickett's up here? Like, what if he's elevated that game to be at that level? He's taking it as Deshaun Watson has stooped down to his level down here. What happens if it's like this?
Yeah.
That's what is hilarious about all this. And we don't know. Yes, the preseason has been the preseason. It's the preseason. Mm-hmm. The Browns went 4-0 in a preseason and went to go 0-16. And I'm pretty sure the 2008 or 7 Lions, whatever the hell it was, I'm pretty sure they went 4-0 in the preseason before they went 0-16. So you can't base everything set in stone based off of the preseason. It's nice. We're excited. It really gets us excited.
Mm-hmm.
But like we've said, let's temper our expectations a little bit. And that's a conversation that you have at the bye. which is one of the few nice things about us being in the industry and having a bye week early. But yeah, that was just absolutely hilarious. I'll have to send you the link to the segment so you can take a listen to this because you're just going to have an absolute blast. And here's what's even funnier. So they had a segment where they talked to media members of Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. Wow. Mm-hmm. They had talked to all of them. It was funny because they had asked all three what their thoughts were on Kenny Pickett. So a Cleveland show asking a Baltimore Ravens host, a Baltimore radio host about Kenny Pickett. That's how much of a shoot he was worked into. And I'm pretty sure all of them were saying, like, listen, he has the chance to be really good. I mean, we don't know, but he has a chance to be good. And oh boy, that pissed him off even more. It was hilarious. It was great. It's like the Kellogg's commercial. They're great. That's what it felt like. But yeah, that was just absolutely hysterical.
Oh boy. It's exciting, man. It's just very exciting, man.
And by the way, if someone wants to send this, if there is a Browns fan that is watching this and you want to send this over to Ken Carman, please do so. Please do so. And again, I am saying this with all due respect because I do actually like Ken Carman. I genuinely do like him as a host. I think he's fucking hilarious. So I don't want to say, this isn't a disrespect. And if I have taken anything out of context, if I have said anything that I've said that is wrong, then Ken, you can hit me up. We can discuss this.
Oh, he's something else then.
And usually this is why I say, and he doesn't even know I exist, but he actually does. So
yep, exactly.
But yeah, so Kenny boy, if you wanna talk, we could talk.
Help us out.
We could talk. But yeah, overall, and then let's get into defense because Mike Tomlin said something. I want to say it might have been today. He said something that was very interesting. And this also might be leading into the possibility that TJ may not play or Cam may not play. Because he mentioned how we know what TJ is. We know what Cam is. But every time that they're not out there, it's another rep for someone else to go out there and elevate. A.K.A. Nick Herbig, A.K.A. Marcus Golden, A.K.A. Keanu Benton, A.K.A. whoever. Mm-hmm. So... And let's talk about Nick Herbig. Here's the thing about Nick Herbig, and this goes into Alex Highsmith. I think Alex Highsmith is glad that he signed when he did.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he hadn't signed and we're seeing Nick Herbig do what he's doing, there's not a chance in hell he's getting an extension with the Steelers. Not a chance in hell. So the fact that he's getting paid, and on top of that, you still have Nick Herbig for 4 years. Ooh, buddy. Nick Herbig, and listen, there's something about us getting Wisconsin edge rushers. I don't know. There's just something about it. It's worked out pretty good for us so far.
Yeah,
maybe we should do that more. But yeah, you look at it. A little inside joke. Let's talk about the Steelers' defensive line depth.
God.
Only Jarryd is very select few people will know that joke. They will only know that.
Dear God.
But yeah, you look at the edge rushers for the Steelers. You have obviously TJ and Alex, Nick Herbig, who has been, he's been a shining star in the preseason. Then you got Marcus Golden, who's still a veteran. Mm-hmm. So you have a four-headed monster of pass rushers on this roster that can make contributions to this team. That is so big for the success of this defense.
So big, man. It just now what about the D-line, huh? How about them?
I mean, still big.
It's good. The depth is a little, I hope Keanu Benton turns out really good. I hope he,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Okay, I want to do this right now. I'm itching to do this. So I want to go through my projected 53-man roster of who I think the Steelers are going to keep. So starting at QBs, I think it's going to be the obvious three, Kenny, Mitch, and Mason. You'll be able to keep Mason. You'll keep him, and then you'll have him as the emergency, quarterback, third quarterback, whatever. Running backs. They kept 4 running, well, technically 3 because they had also counted Derek White, at fullback, whatever. I have them keeping Najee, Jalen, and Booger McFarland. I have them keeping those 3 right now as running backs. So you're going to keep 3. Wide receivers. Last year they kept 7. I only have them keeping 6 this year. Deontay, Pickens, Calvin Austin, Allen Robinson, Miles Boykin, and right now I'm going to still say Gunner. Gunner is one that I'm questionable on. Miles Boykin, I think he's a lock because of special teams.
Agreed.
Gunner he's on the bubble.
He's just there.
But I mean, I was looking at the wide receivers, and I wasn't fully comfortable with some of the other guys on who they would. What was the guy that we just cut? I forget his name.
Hakeem Butler.
Hakeem Butler, yeah. I thought he was the guy that they would have been able to keep. Obviously, that wasn't the case. So that's where I'm at with wide receivers. I'm not fully sure what they're going to do, and I think if they're going to keep 6, I think Gunner's going to be the wide receiver 6.
Makes sense.
Tight end. I have them keeping 4, which they had kept 3 last year, and one of them again I don't feel comfortable with. I don't feel confident in this one. Obviously, Pat. Obviously, Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward, and then Zach Gentry. I'm not fully confident in the Zach Gentry put, and me putting Zach Gentry in there because if they want to, they could use his spot for another guy.
Yeah,
it's just I'm not sure, but right now I'm going to stick with 4 tight ends and having Zach Gentry there.
Yeah, he's on the bubble for sure.
He's on the bubble. Offensive linemen, last year they kept 7. I have them taking 8. Dan Moore, Isaac Seumalo, Mason Cole, James Daniels, and Chuk. So you have the starting 5. Obviously, Broderick Jones, so that's 6. You got Nate Herbig,
7.
And then you got Dotson. And I left out, obviously, a certain someone.
Yep. It's going to happen, unfortunately.
But yeah, Dotson, you could say might be a little bit on the bubble, but I feel more confident than the other 2 that I've said.
Agreed.
Totally. If they want to just keep 7 and then you have an extra tackle in there and then you have an extra guard or an extra interior offensive lineman, okay. I just also feel like maybe they keep Dotson. We'll see. Defensive linemen. The last year they kept 7. I have them keeping 7 this year. Obviously, Cam, Larry O, DeMarvin Leal, Keanu Benton. I got Armand Watts. Yep. Montravius Adams, and then Braden Fajoko, which was another one of those free agent signings. We'll see. I feel like if I am questioning anyone, it would actually be Montravius Adams. But I as of right now, outside of the quarterbacks, I feel like this is, as of now, the second most confident that I feel like out of what we've done so far. Linebackers, and this is just overall linebackers. I have them keeping 9. They kept 8 last year. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Cole Holcomb, Landon Roberts, Quan Alexander, Marcus Golden, Nick Herbig, Mark Robinson, and Tanner Muse. But I think that's going to be, that's special teams guy. Defensive backs, I have them keeping 10. They kept 10 last year. Minka, DeMonte Casey, Keanu Neal, Joey Porter Jr., Levi Wallace, Patrick Peterson, Trenton Thompson, James Pierre, Miles Killebrew, Elijah Riley. And then the obviously 3 special teamers of Presley Harvin, Chris Boswell, and Christian Kuntz. Is there anyone out of those that you would change out or you don't think is going to happen?
Man, you actually did a really good one, honestly. I kind of agree on mostly everything. I think the Zach Gentry is one of we talked about. I feel like he's probably the odd man out. Same thing with Gunner. I don't know how many wide receivers. I think they do keep 6. They're usually, I think Gunner will take the last spot. But I didn't think Akeem Butler would be not performing well during preseason or training camp. But that would be cut. I thought he would be maybe the 6, which is surprising. But I think you did a pretty good job on that one.
So let's talk about this. So if they were to not keep Gentry, they were to let go of Gentry, where do you think they would add another person in? Because when we look at this, this year they're taking one less running back, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking one less wide receiver, quote unquote. But I mean, we've already questioned Gunner, so I don't think they're going to add there.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive linemen, they've kept 8, but I mean,
they could add one more.
I don't think they're going to keep 9. They're not going to keep 9. So
you'll think 9.
Defensive line, I mean, they're keeping 7.
Linebacker? What? Nick Kwiatkowski, maybe?
I was going to say linebacker would be. I mean, so they would be keeping 10 linebackers and 10 defensive backs, if that is the case.
I don't know. It's rough. It's tough decision making, honestly. But
I mean, instead of,
or they add another running back.
Could they keep someone like a Quincy Roche? I don't feel
he's not going to get a lot of playing time either.
Yeah, so I don't feel all that confident. I'm looking down the roster right now. I mean, I don't know. It's just, or you know what? I realize there's someone that I forgot in here. You know what? I'm changing this up.
Oh boy.
Taking out Zach Gentry. We're going to add in another defensive back. Chandon Sullivan.
Oh my gosh. How did
I just realized that I forgot him, so I'm glad that I caught this. So
I'm glad I was about to say, man, we would have gotten talked about that.
So yeah, we're making a change right there on the spot. Luckily, I've not posted this on Twitter yet. Thank God. So yeah, right now, in the team they would be keeping 5 safeties and 6 corners. Obviously, some of them being, based off of special teams.
Yep.
So that is where I am looking at for the 53-man roster for the Steelers. So we shall see how this is going to go. Like you said, was it Monday?
Mm-hmm.
So Monday is when the 53 has to...
29th.
The 29th. So that's actually a Tuesday.
29th, I think it's what... I'm not 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty sure I heard the 29th.
I will look this up right now. NFL 53-man roster deadline. It is... Okay, so you are correct. August 29th.
Man. So Tuesday
that is a Tuesday. So on Tuesday we will know the official 53. Well, as of the initial 53. So we'll go from there and see how this goes. So we'll see. We'll be able to evaluate this next week. We'll be able to see how many I got right and how many I got wrong. Mm-hmm. Obviously hoping I got 53 now, but chances of that happening is, we'll see.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
just waiting. I'm just counting the days. That's all I'm really here for.
Oh my God, I cannot.
I don't know if you've done your fantasy football draft. Mine is next weekend. It's my first one.
I have a take.
Oh boy.
Fantasy football is the most overrated thing ever.
Oh, here we go. I forgot you don't do fantasy.
I've done fantasy football.
Yeah, I forgot you're a hater now. You're a hater. Mm-hmm. You're a hater.
Listen, I love doing drafts. I love doing anything draft related. I have a 100% success rate of forgetting and not caring midway through the season.
That's fair.
I don't, and part of it too is I don't like it when it impacts who I am rooting for in a game.
Oh yeah.
I hate the fact that if the Steelers are playing, say they're playing the 49ers week 1, I hate the fact that I'm rooting. I would have to, and if I have Christian McCaffrey on my team, I would hate the fact that I would have to root, that I'd be rooting for him to have a good game against us. I can't do it. It irritates the piss out of me. Same with sports betting. Like, I hate it when if it's going to affect my watching of a game at that level, I don't like it.
I get it. It's just not for you anymore. I get it.
It's if I'm watching a random ass, let's say, Broncos Raiders game, if I'm going to sit down and watch that game, I want to watch it and just have a good game. I want to watch a good game. I don't want to have to. I just don't like it.
I get it.
And I know, and you know what's ironic is every single year around this time, it's mostly Snapchat. My Snapchat gets flooded with people asking me to, if I want to do fantasy football this year. And I'm just like, I just don't do it. I just don't, because it's so hard. Like, I know people that are like a part of like 10 different teams, like 10 different leagues. I'm like, no, I barely can do one. I'm sorry. No, I can't do it.
I get it.
Now, if we just want to do like a bullshit, get 10 boys and just, do a fantasy football draft and we don't care, just to do a draft, then okay, you know what? Then I'll do it because you know what? Fuck it. I ain't got to care. And B, I like doing drafts. I love doing anything draft related.
I get it.
But in terms of the actual managing part, no, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I've come to realize there's a lot of things that people love that I just don't like. Overrated. Like, we're in this era now of all the women are posting all the pumpkin spice stuff in the world. Don't get me wrong. I love me a pumpkin pie. I love me a good pumpkin roll. But all that pumpkin spice latte bullshit, no. Stop it.
I love pumpkin, man. Pumpkin pie sounds so good right now.
Pumpkin pie. Like I said, I love me pumpkin pie. I love me some pumpkin roll. I got me a pumpkin roll in the fridge right now. You're damn right I do. But in terms of all that other bullshit, no, I'm good. I'm good. And then when you get into the wintertime, you get all this peppermint mocha. Again, no, that shit's trash. You know what's the one that pisses me off the most?
Oh, boy.
Shamrock shakes.
Oh, here we go.
If I wanted the fucking, like, mint ice cream, you know what? Mint ice cream isn't as bad. Like, but
I don't like mint ice cream.
If I wanted a toothpaste shake, I'd just go upstairs and start brushing my teeth for 24 hours and just use all the Colgate Total I can use in the world. Shamrock shakes piss me off.
I get it. I don't like mint either, mint shakes.
Oh my Lord. Pepper, no, can't do it. Nope.
Regular mints are fine.
Yeah, I love regular mints. I keep a stash of regular old mints on me at all times. I love having regular mints. Mint toothpaste, love it. I have no problem with it. Mint ice cream, no, thank you. Mint shakes, no.
That's where you cross the line.
Get away from me. Get away with me from all that. Nope, can't do it. Trying to think of more overrated things that I don't like that people love.
Let's not piss off more people, huh?
I've already pissed off one person today. Maybe we'll just, say if I can add more to it at this point. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Drop it in the comments. What are overrated things to you, or things that you think are very overrated? Could be whatever the hell it is. Besides anything Steeler related, well, then we'll have to fight. But anything non-sports related you want to say is overrated, go right on ahead.
That's right.
But I think other than that, I think, we just wanted to get, something short for you guys. I know Jarryd is on a low time strain. And, we're all on a low time strain because we want to, it's 6:32 is we're about at right now. So we got a little under an hour till game time. We want to get this out and get something for you guys so we could all watch the Steeler game. And it's going to be an absolute blast. Speaking of which, here we go. Speaking of a mint, here we go. Right here. Got a mint right here. Got one right there. But other than that, hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop comment. I will have a reaction. I did not get a reaction for you guys last week for the Steeler game. I apologize. I was out till like 2 a.m. watching Sugar Sean O'Malley knock out Aljamain Sterling.
That was a great
Which, by the way, Justin, my boy Justin, me and him have been going at it for months. The moment that fight, actually no, after the Cejudo Aljamain Sterling fight happened, and when that whole call, me and him have been going at it since, saying there was not a chance in hell that Sugar Sean O'Malley was going to be able to meet Aljamain Sterling. And what happened?
Dan, he did it, man. I was rooting for Sean O'Malley. I wanted it to happen, honestly.
I was so happy to have that happen. So, but yeah, I was out then and it was just too late. I was just too tired. But other than that, hope you guys did enjoy. Again, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop comment, reaction coming out tonight. And until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Oh, you know what? No.
Man, we're about to get out of here. What's going on?
I forgot. There's some breaking news that I need to break to you guys.
What? I don't. What breaking? There's no breaking news. You're such a capper, man.
Yankees lose.
Yeah, they did.
You thought that you were gonna get away.
We were 30 seconds away.
Shall we talk here? So I'm looking at something real quick on this episode of Fuck the Yankees, which is something that I got from my boys Jay and Paul over at the Double Play CLE podcast. 1-9 in the last 10.
Yeah, I know.
They have a -21 run differential. 17 and a half games back of their division. 61-66. And percentage shot of them making the playoffs. 0.3. The moment that I get to see the New York Yankees have been eliminated from playoff contention is going to be an absolute blast.
It's going to happen. You already know it's going to happen. What do you mean?
Oh, boy. I'm looking, and if I'm not mistaken, based off of what I am currently seeing, over the last 10 games, the New York Yankees are the worst team in baseball.
Yeah, definitely. Probably.
Yes.
Anything else you got to say?
I think I got that off my chest on this week's episode of Fuck the Yankees and Suck It.
Thanks.
Had to put a damper in Jarryd for half a minute. But until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Go Steelers. Fuck the Yankees. Peace out.
Vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.